Yeah, so the work I'm doing is Wi-Fi sensing. So the idea is that instead of using, let's say, cameras, and then we use the Wi-Fi to see the world. And my proposal is for the government is to argue that the government should actually leverage this to work with the Wi-Fi's regulatory body, so that Australia can use Wi-Fi for critical applications. One example of that would be public space monitoring, and that would, let's say, for example, in a COVID context, the occupancy monitoring in a closed space. That I think that was interest of the government, and in commercial space as well, that would be like fire monitoring and so on. So yeah, I think there's a value in doing that. Yeah, definitely. Because again, Wi-Fi sensing is a relatively new area, and then from policy side, there's actually nothing out there really. So I think the government should really step in and then establish a standard. So to work closely with IEEE, which is the technical um, governing body for Wi-Fi, and so that to ensure that there's a standard, there's a built-in privacy protection, and also importantly to make the government access to make the Wi-Fi data accessible for governments for the critical. So step forward will be yes. So research institutions like I'm from UNSW by the way. So we do Wi-Fi sensing research there to see its capabilities and then try to improve, try to use it for different applications. So then the success will be for researchers us will be able to actually put this our research output into actual application, into commercialization, and then at the same time then a government can step in to establish a regulated market, and then to set the proper policy and technical framework so that if things are clear, then if we researchers or startups, we know what to do, what we can do, what we can't do. So that'll be. Yeah, absolutely. So I'm actually very glad and honored to be here. It's a fantastic event. For me, I mean, it's very different from me working in the lab on my little research. So I get to see the very big picture of the tech and information industry, how they might be going in Australia. And I think it's also a good platform for us to showcase our research because literally every single person I've talked to, they say, I introduce myself, say, okay, I'm working on Wi-Fi sensing, and nobody has any idea. So yeah, I guess it's a good platform for us to present our work, and then to to make people realize, okay, there is a need for the government's policy or technical regulations or guidance, whatever, to step in to protect Australian people and to make most out of the technology. Yep, I think innovation papers is a great publication. As in, it's it's very handy because you get all kinds of industries and sectors, and actually industry leaders. I would like to emphasize to to give their voice and their contributions in a single document, and that's a very great document for the leaders and the policymakers, and for us to see where the whole spectrum of the tech industry is heading into just from the innovation papers. And I would love to see more of this. Absolutely.